One more, chat. Look at the rotisserie chicken one. Chat, please. I gotta do the rotisserie chicken one. Look, I gotta do one more. I gotta do rotisserie chicken. Look at the rotisserie chicken, dude. I got to. Everybody eats rotisserie chicken. If you ever wanted to feel bad for nature, go eat you a rotisserie chicken and realize that an entire sentient being died for only your consumption. Anybody in here ever ate a whole rotisserie chicken by yourself? A whole living being died just for you. You're a disgusting person. You're horrible.
We've all indulged in those ready-made meals at the supermarket.
Where is something like this at? I have never in my life seen this. Where do you get this?
We've all indulged in those ready-made meals at the supermarket.
Where can you get this? Costco? You're kidding. Do they got them at Sam's? I've been to Sam's. I ain't never been in a Costco. I've been in a Sam's a whole bunch. I ain't never seen this. Dude.
No, they're usually not the kindest to our wallets.
What's this video about? Oh, yeah.
Sir, is there a problem?
I'm just making sure no one ever has to eat this.
But there is one supermarket staple that continues to satisfy both our hankerings and our bank accounts. The rotisserie chicken. These slow-cooked supermarket saviors have been a favorite for frugal...
That's a whole bunch of... Oh, dude, that's a whole family.
Chicken.
That's a whole... Dead. Individual gone. They was all living creatures and they dead now.
These slow-cooked supermarket saviors have been a favorite for frugal customers frantically seeking a scrumptious meal. But how are they so affordable? Is there some dark secret behind these tasty birds?
Are you vegan? Yes, I am.
Well, today we're finding out how rotisserie chickens are so cheap.
How many animals die per week for you? There was one point that there was at least 5 chickens having their life ended only because of me every single week. Because for a long time there, I was eating a rotisserie chicken for lunch at work every day. No joke, I would go into Walmart, I would get me a rotisserie chicken. There was 5 whole chickens that was living and breathing, dying because I wanted something to eat. I'm a disgusting person.
Time to go for a spin. In medieval times, the period, not the restaurant, European citizens ditched the handheld sticks of their primitive forebears in favor of more sophisticated devices. Using hand-cranked levers,
y'all are so wrong for this!
Medieval cooks spun various meats from above a fire or coal-lit hearth until the food was adequately appetizing. Beef, pork, and roasted duck were popular choices among medieval families. But there was one protein in particular that always seemed to satisfy the lords and ladies of their time, even though Chick-fil-A was a long time coming. In fact, one legend asserts that King Richard the Lionheart got himself into hot water over a rotisserie chicken. According to the story, he was rumored to have ducked into a local dinery for roasted chicken behind enemy lines. The king's enemies, lured by the luxurious odors of fire-cooked fowl, seized the Lionheart at once and arrested him. Worth it. Unlike the French fry, the term rotisserie has its origins in France. The French word rôtir, or to roast,
that means rotated, by the way, in case you didn't know,
was expanded to rotisserie.
Wait, never mind, I'm wrong.
Meaning a restaurant or shop that sells cooked meat. Eventually, Parisian shops began selling skewered and fire-spun birds to the public. And by the late 1400s, rotisserie chicken had become a cultural mainstay.
Dude, that's
in fact, the most famous emperor in French history was a die-hard rotisserie fan. Prior to his unceremonious exile, Napoleon was said to be incredibly fond of spit-fired poultry. Such an aficionado was Napoleon that when he journeyed to the...
That's that dude that said, I'll be home in 3 days, don't wash.
The Egyptian capital, he was said to have toted 3 roast chickens along with him. By the 1950s, roasted chicken consumption was gaining traction across the globe. Due to ever-evolving farming techniques, chickens ready for culling...
I can't do it. I'm going vegetarian. It's so messed up. Dude, that's a chicken leg on a plate!
Relegated to the oldest hens in the hutch. But for one Peruvian farm, roasting young chickens was a necessity. Struggling to make ends meet, a Swiss expat named Roger Schuler decided to try out a new recipe. Charging just 5 soles for an all-you-can-eat cold-cooked chicken feast, Schuler's farm became a hotspot for diners in the capital of Peru. Around the same time, some 6,000 miles away, a former World War II Navy officer by the name of Ernest Morgado was making his own steak on roast chicken. Hawking his teriyaki rotisserie steak.
Golly. Chad, is this not kind of crazy? Chad, is this not kind of crazy? I'm about to pass out. Hold up. Yo, is this not kind of crazy to y'all? No, you're making it weird, though. Dude, this is weird. Bro, imagine being a live chicken and you come around this corner right here, but you have the thought process to know what's going on, and you look over this and you see about 50 of your own kind getting rotisseries. This is horrible! Chat, they out here killing animals and they spinning them in circles over a fire! I'm going vegan!
At fundraisers all across Hawaii,
insane!
hawking his teriyaki rotisserie stands at fundraisers all across Hawaii, Morgado's innovations led to a Guinness World Record for hosting the biggest rotisserie bash of all time. With nearly 50,000 pieces of roast chicken served for charity, this Hawaiian take on rotisserie was a clear sign of things to come. Because in 1991, an American country music legend brought rotisserie over to the Atlantic. Debuting in Coral Springs, Florida, Kenny Rogers Roasters was helmed by the titular troubadour and former Kentucky governor. Kenny Rogers Roasters was helmed by the titular troubadour and former Kentucky governor turned KFC CEO, John Y. Brown Jr. Featuring rotisserie chickens by way of wood-fired spits, the chain quickly expanded to hundreds of locations.
Somebody said roasters, ... LOL. That's insane. They named it Roasters.
Fortunately for the islands in the stream maestro, another U.S. chain was about to take roast chicken to the next level. Originally known as Boston Chicken, this regionally beloved rotisserie spot eventually blossomed into Boston Market, the place you go when you want to spoil yourself with a home-cooked meal on a budget. With a full-blown commitment to bringing rotisserie chickens to Americans, Boston Market expanded from the Northeast to hordes of locations across the country. Known for heavy advertisements and a rapid takeover of quick-service poultry dishes, the folks in Boston had certainly cornered the market, perhaps knowing when to fold them.
Man, R.I.P. Kenny Rogers, bro, for real. Golly, man.
Kenny Rogers soon shut
He got one of the best songs ever wrote. Dude. If you ain't never heard the song The Gambler, bro, you need to go listen to it. That's one of the best songs ever written. If you ain't never heard The Gambler by Kenny Rogers, man.
His stateside roasters
R.
and shipped his spinning spits overseas. But as it would turn out, even the mighty Boston Market could be toppled. Burdened with debt due to their franchise crusades, the big Boston soon trembled in the shadow of a brutal competitor. Deciding to cut out the middleman, markets and groceries.
I was grabbing one of them things every day. I can hear the packaging now. They'll be picking it up, going up to the front, getting it. Oh, you here again, huh? Yep, for the 5th time this week. They was recognizing me. Oh, you get another rotisserie? Yes. Yes.
Grocery stores got in on the rotisserie action. With better prices, easier access, and a whole new reason to stop and shop, grocery store rotisserie quickly became the new normal.
They put them in bags,
as one of the least
dude.
expensive options for families perusing the markets, rotisserie chickens are a dependable option for just about anyone.
You know what? I do feel like I got to get back. Yo, when I'm dead, literally, honestly, just ship my body to a cannibal community and let me be redistributed like that. Because I've caused so much death eating these animals. I feel like that's the only way I could repay it from eating them, all of them. No joke, you're going to have to cannibalize me when I'm dead. Because that's the only way I'll be able to rest easy. If not, I'm going to haunt everybody when I'm dead. Because, dude, I ate everybody else. I might as well go, you know?
In truth, buying a fully prepared bird is a fraction of the cost of making one at home.
You're kind of real. Thank you.
With a lower price than an uncooked chicken from the same store and an absolutely unobtainable preparation method, buying your chicken to go is easily the cheapest route. But with so much meat for so little coin,
that chicken look dry.
One starts to wonder what's really going on behind the scenes.
You best eat that skin action. I know you ain't picking around the skin.
For so little coin, one starts to wonder what's really going on behind the scenes. Unlike their fancy wood-fired or coal-simmering counterparts, the supermarket rotisserie is an entirely different kind of bird, usually roasted in large industrial ovens. The common rotisserie chicken is roasted until it reaches the appropriate food temp and traditional brown skin. But unfortunately for clean diet foodies, these store-bought birds also come with a few added ingredients.
Man.
First, the chickens are
Dude, fly away. Fly. Buddy, start flying. You gotta get out of there, cuz. They gonna kill you.
Injected with a predominantly saltwater-based
No!
slurry, in addition to additives including sugar, MSG, and any number of FDA-approved preservatives. Not only does this hot shot of brine keep the chickens plump and moist on the spit, the injection also adds that touchstone savory flavor we so often associate with rotisserie.
Ma'am,
so while
stop.
it may not exactly sound appetizing, the end result is magically delicious. Early leaders in the art of supermarket rotisserie, Costco introduced their line of ready-made chickens in 1994.
Jack, Costco got motion for real?
Yes, long before AJ
Lord
and Big
have
Justin
mercy!
busted onto the extra-wide aisles, Costco was one of the very first purveyors of rotisserie. Served on hot holding racks in their grocery departments,
Because I only know about Sam's Club. I ain't never been to Costco.
these pre-bagged birds were an instant favorite for shoppers, shocked to see such low prices. In fact, rotisserie chicken sales have been on the climb ever since their inception. In a stunning leap, Costco locations saw an increase in rotisserie sales to the tune of 20 million chickens from 2022 to 2023. And if the popularity of YouTubers and big deals are any indication, it seems as though there is no stopping the Costco roasted chicken phenomenon. Kroger locations were also an early contender in the rotisserie roadhouse of big numbers. But even organic markets have been taking a shot at roast fowl. For instance, Whole Foods markets have had tremendous success with their popular organic rotisserie chickens. And even though these birds might cost you your whole paycheck,
Seeing stuff like this really makes you not want to waste food, bro. Because if you wasting it, that kind of make you feel messed up, bro. Like something died for this right here. I gotta go ahead and eat all of it. Or save for later or something. You don't want to throw a Lego bag and throw it out.
they still sell for less than half the price of an organically raised raw chicken. Although the supermarket rotisserie chicken has been injected with hard-to-pronounce goodies, and even though these birds get supermarket rotisserie chicken has been injected with hard-to-pronounce goodies, and even though these birds get roasted over decidedly less interesting heat sources, the low-cost aspect usually has little impact on overall quality. As so-called loss leaders, products sold at a loss to lure in customers and hopefully get them to spend more money on other items, rotisserie chickens are a welcome gamble for savvy grocers. Think the Costco hot dog. Hey, we did an episode on that.
Somebody
Although
died for that,
rotisserie
too.
chickens are rarely consumed in-store like the Costco hot dog, unless you're some kind of Kroger Hulk, they still give shoppers one more reason to stop by and grab a few items.
Look at all
Think
them
of the rotisserie
chicken.
chicken as a pile of unlimited bread
Ooh, that's that breadstick from Olive Garden, bro. Y'all had the breadstick with Olive Garden?
sticks from the Olive Garden, or a free soda refill at the gas pump. Because even though these deep sales and freebies may seem like a dumb decision, retailers know exactly what they're cooking. In fact, when
Golly.
adjusted for inflation, the price of a cooked chicken in the 1970s
They
was
sitting
far
there
more expensive than they
rotisserizing
are
them,
today.
bruh.
Since 2009, Costco has maintained the low price of $4.99 for an
That's crazy.
entire rotisserie chicken, with Big Macs reaching astronomical figures and
Wait, what? You mean to tell me you can get an entire chicken for half the price of a Big Mac combo? No, ain't no way.
in an age when a foot-long sub could break your budget's back, this is kind of a big deal. But aside from their blue light special appeal, rotisserie chicken prices come with a bit of a cost, because much as they were in medieval times, the chickens selected for roasting are often pretty old, way past retirement. These are Roger Murtaugh chickens. With hundreds or even thousands of raw chickens shipped to individual grocery stores each week, some of those birds simply don't fly off the shelves. Rather than take a financial hit and waste the life of an unfortunate feathered friend, many grocery stores instead choose to utilize their spoilage. That's right, most of your store-bought rotisserie chickens were probably set to expire, because once the chicken has passed the sell-by date, it can no longer be used to make profit. But by injecting these spinning hens with preservatives to then roast for hours, an entirely new product is formed.
Lord.
One that brings in droves of hungry customers.
Lord.
And hey, don't fault your local market too much for pulling the nearly spoiled chicken over our eyes. There are plenty of other examples of these methods that stores deploy every day.
What is that?
From clearance items dangerously close to the waste bin, to going-away racks filled with products that will never again see the light of day, deep discount shopping is a pretty common supermarket experience. But not every chicken is worth crowing about. For the last several years, many shoppers have complained of a soapy taste in Costco's rotisserie chickens.
What?
While some investigators believe these
Man, look at
suds
them chicken, bruh.
tasting
Man,
rotisserie
won't you let them chicken, man, let them chickens run around. Won't you let that chicken live in the house with you and feed it.
poultry products are the result of poor farming. Others think those pesky additives might be to blame. Sodium phosphate, a substance commonly injected into rotisserie chickens, is known to taste of soap at high levels. So are these slow-cooked Costco birds being amped up with more phosphate than anyone should ever be allowed to ingest? Or have our taste buds simply evolved
What
to
you
suffer
mean?
cilantro-like consequences? Maybe it's time to cut back on the rotisserie.
So what you saying?
Although rotisserie chickens continue to be a leader in sales for many grocery stores like Costco, the overall impact on consumers and retailers has yet to be revealed. With their continued insistence on $5 birds, Costco claims it is close to selling 100 million units a year.
100 million chickens eaten a year. And that's just Costco, chat. That's just one place.
But just a decade ago, those numbers weren't so high, and they claimed a loss of nearly $50 million annually. Whether or not Costco rotisserie chickens still operate at a loss is unclear, but one thing is certain: shoppers want their roasted hens. People worldwide now eat more chicken than ever, and in America, that has led to supply chain issues and ever-rising costs. So it is nice to have a golden hunk of penny-pinching poultry to depend on.
I don't feel good. Made my tum hurt. Them chickens gone. Man, they killed them chickens. Chat, them chickens dead, bruh. Them chickens dead. R.I.P. to them chickens, chat. Do you think in another universe they're eating rotisserie humans? What, you ever heard of alien abductions? That's what happens. Every year they come through and they snag about 20 people off the earth and they put them in a deep freeze on their planet. And every Thanksgiving on their planet, they get one out and rotisserize them and eat them. You best believe it.